Howdy y'all, Take here and welcome to another adventure. We are back to Final Fantasy XIV. We did take a little break from it after we beat the main story. I haven't even done the post-main story quests yet, but what I really wanted to do was I really wanted to get into the raid Pandemonium. Now they did a hint at this at the end of the game when we saw who I believe is Elidibus talking in Elpis and then looking at that one building and saying, to meet Pandemonium. So we have to speak to this little guy named Gigi to get started. Now I'm really far behind. People have already beat Savage, so even though I'm going to be going in blind, we'll see how people react to that, because this has been out for, I want to say, a couple weeks already. I just have not had the time to get into it. So let's go ahead and get started. Hello, Namgigi. Namgigi nods at you as if she was expecting your arrival. It appears my calculations were correct. I knew this at the very spot. I knew that at this very spot. I can't read still. I would encounter none other than Teheka, the hero who saw us through the final days. So certain was I of my math that I stood here for... Well, let's not concern ourselves with that. I am Namgigi, assistant to one Professor Claudine. We work with the Antithescope to observe the ethereal sea and delve into the myriad mysteries. Some mysteries, though, are beyond even our capabilities to unravel. The strange crystal, but recently discovered, for instance, defies our every conjecture. You've been to the center of the star and far beyond. However, so we hope that you may see something in this crystal that we academics did not. I beg you lend us your well-traveled eye to Aporia. Professor Claudine will be eagerly awaiting your arrival. Okay. Where is Aporia again? That's underground, isn't it? Yes. Aporia. Yay for warps! Hello, Namgigi. Hello, Claudine. Hello, Resanon? And people think my name's confusing. Greetings, Teheka, and welcome to my humble laboratory. I am sure Namgigi has already told you plenty about us, but allow me to introduce myself personally. I am Claudine, leader of the Little Research Collective. I must admit, I have been nervous about this meeting ever since Namgini set out to find you. For researchers in my field, there is no greater an honor than to meet the first woman in history to traverse the ethereal sea and return to tell the tale. The professor speaks often and at length of your deeds, but he has no small number of achievements to his own name. He has peered deeper into the ethereal sea than any other Charlian, and the breadth of his knowledge is peerless. Peerless, perhaps, but for a single woman. We must seize this precious opportunity to learn what we can from her, perhaps crack this conundrum that has stumped the three of us for moons. There's only one moon. I was there too. It was we who peered into the fathomless sea from the anti-tower in the Dravanian hinterlands. There we spoke with Hyolyn and learned of the fate that would befall the star, the final days. Soon thereafter, all research was moved to Labyrinthos, and through the Antithescope did we continue our vigil. As impressive a work as the device is, however, it can glimpse but a fraction of the sea's infinite depths. Which brings us to the matter at hand. Not long after the Exodus was declared, we recovered an unusual crystal shard during a routine observation. It appeared before us suddenly, as if propelled to the surface by some unknown force. We found that it possessed an ethereal density that exceeds that of a normal crystal by orders of magnitude, and its shape resembles nothing which occurs in our natural world. It was made, not formed. Unfortunately, that was the extent of the information we could glean before we were forced to turn our focus towards the Exodus. The crystal was very nearly forgotten amidst the sudden upheaval. But thanks to the effort of a certain someone, that crisis is now behind us, and we are free to resume our research. You're welcome. Thus did we seek you out, the dauntless adventurer who delved into the unknown and beheld its innermost secrets, and now we would have you see for yourself. Let me see this odd crystal. Is that it? Here is the crystal in question. If it resembles aught you have encountered before, even by the smallest degree, please say so. It's my crystal! Oh no, it's just one of the crystals of the convocation. Show them mine. Memories abide within this crystal. I know of someone who bears a similar crystal. Memories abide within the crystal. Because don't they? I know of someone who bears a similar crystal. I do. Hades did. Elidibus did. As I thought, you do know what this is. Please tell me everything. These crystals are the crystals of the memories of the convocation before their final days. Each one who has a C has a crystal. I have one here. Boop! Here is the crystal of Asm. I see. The Asians use these to transfer their memories to new vessels. Fascinating indeed. It was plain that the crystal was special somehow, but this revelation surpasses even my considerable expectation. Similar artifacts have appeared through the ages. Memories of martial techniques manifested as crystalline shards on the battlefield, or storied stones passed from master to student. Yeah, those are our soul stones. A comparison between said artifacts and this crystal may prove a fruitful first step in unveiling its true nature. What do you think, Professor? Hassian memories. Windows through which we can gaze upon the convocation of 14. Unlike the crystal in Teheka's story, this one does not bear the mark of the convocation. Who, then, could these memories belong to? And more importantly, why were they stored in this particular shard? More importantly still, why was it set adrift in the ethereal sea? Sorry, Nimgigi, he's just not listening to you. So... Professor Claudine! Yes? I'm well aware that contemplations is the key to breakthrough, but there is priority to consider. We have a guest, and one you invited explicitly. Must we do this every time? He just gets so entranced by his research. Wow, yes, of course, our guest. Terribly sorry. I do so easily find myself unmoored by the ties of rumination. It's okay, you have a hobby. Perhaps a more engaging use of your time with us would be for you to take up the crystal. If indeed there are memories stored within, they may reveal something upon your contact. So, Pandemonium is a memory? If anyone message come Pandemonium, please. Faces, great threat, star, in danger. Well, that's not good news. Obviously, we avert it. That expression does not bode well. What did you see? Bad things. It told me to go to Pandemonium and that there's going to be danger. Which is why this was lifted up through the sea. Pandemonium, 'tis not a word I have heard before. If my knowledge of the ancient tongue serves me, it means all demons. Not a name that inspires optimism, all things considered. In the event that another star-shattering cataclysm is in fact bearing down upon us, I would have the aforementioned examples of crystalline memories to hand. Mgg, Rassand, I entrust the procurement to you. If there are more memories to be extracted from this crystal, we will find them. There's always a world-ending thing. That's just how it goes. As for you, Teheka, there's a person I would have you seek, the one who has delivered so dire a warning. Your story tells us that this crystal could very well have been made by one of the ancients. If that is the case, then discerning the nature of this pandemonium will require a trip to the far past, to an era before the Sundering. I know of only one individual capable of such a feat, the very hero who traversed time to prevent the world's doom. So I am going back to Elpis. I must confess, the tales people tell of your adventures beggar belief, and their veracity has been a subject of much debate among my peers. After today's meeting, however, there can be no doubt in my mind that every incredible exploit is fact. So I ask you now, return to the past, find out what and where Pandemonium is, and if we need be concerned by this message. Yes. Thank you. For the time being, you should keep the crystal in your possession. I do not think that you have seen the last of its memories, and more may be drawn out as you approach the source. Safe travels, and may we meet again soon to share our findings. Okay. So we are going to Elpis. I thought we were. Let me do something real quick. Real quick, let me just... It was a little too bright. Journey to the ocular and approach the portal. Why can't I just go to Elpis? I could just teleport there. I mean, I do have the crystal memorized. Okay. To the ocular! Yes, take me to the ocular! Okay. This place is so pretty. Is Elizabeth still here? If receives this message. Let's go. Come, Pandemonium, quickly. Okay, we're coming. We're gonna stop Pandemonium, I guess. Excuse me. Did I just get knocked out? Hello? Ow. Not as good of a landing as last time. Oh, my head. Last time was a lot better. I'm here. This is definitely Elpis. Ugh. Oh no, did I land on Elidibus? That's Elidibus! He was a child. Could it be? No, of course not. Apologies. But for a brief moment, I thought you to be a dear friend of mine. I realize now that such a notion is preposterous. She told me a falling star would appear before me, and I suppose you must be it. Truth be told, I did not expect the expression to be so literal. That's Elidibus. He was a child. So, he's wearing a white robe. The white robe people become mentors after they leave the convocation. I think that's what Vinod told me. So, that means as a child, he was put into the convocation to be the emissary. He left being the emissary, and then he came back? Themis. His name is Themis. I thought that's what the white robe meant, that they, like, retired. Apologies for not introducing myself properly. My name is Themis. As you can see by my bare face, I am not one of Elpis's observers. Rather, I have come here on an assignment, which has been more or less routine up until this very moment. You certainly do know how to make an entrance. I must wonder what brought you here, for it is plain to see that you do not belong here, or any place I know for that matter. I am Azim's familiar, or I am here on an assignment. I'm Azim's familiar! That's my cover story! In appears my initial impressions were not so preposterous after all. I did not know my friend had such a unique familiar at her disposal. If you are here at Aslan's behest, then I believe I can hazard a guess as to your purpose. You are here to investigate Pandemonium, yes? Yes. That is exactly why I'm here. If so, we may be able to help one another. But first, might I trouble you to explain how you came to collide with my skull? I traveled through a portal from a faraway land, and the exit was not very kind. Came from a memory. I see. I believe that dispels any major doubts I had concerning your intention. Apologies for being so intrusive, but you must understand that this is an uncommon occurrence. Yeah, my world's gonna end again because of you. I shall pry no further, for I am well aware that we all have secrets we must keep. However, if I may, I would very much like to take a look at this crystal of yours. Yep, here you go. I'm gonna hand it over. Is this Elidibus? Because then wouldn't he have remembered us? Fascinating. While I cannot say much as to what it contains, it is clear that there are memories stirring within. Memories that speak of something gravely amiss in Pandemonium. The facility extends beneath Elpis and is overseen by the Words of La Habrea. It houses those creations that are highly valued as research subjects and highly dangerous to the star. Naturally, it's strictly guarded under constant surveillance. Maybe he's not, because he's as tall as me. He's a boy. Several days ago, however, an unnatural shift in the flow of its surrounding ether was detected. Soon thereafter, all communication with Pandemonium ceased. So it got cut off. Something's happening in there. I'm here as representative of an organization that works directly with the Convocation and have been tasked with investigating the incident. Now that there is some measure of transparency between us, may I offer a suggestion as to what we should do next? So, is this Elidibus? Because I mean, he is kind of shorter. Crit! I love my crits. Let's keep going. Hello, Themis. Where familiars dare. I thought I said die. Oh, no. Themis is eager to commence the investigation to Pandemonium. Now then, my proposal is a simple one. Let us journey to Pandemonium together. Our destination is the same, and I suspect that the arrangement would work to our mutual benefit. Besides, I should have no trouble gaining us both access. I do hope you agree. I would be loath to part ways from the falling star I've been waiting for so long. Originally, I had planned to conduct my investigation with the friend I mentioned earlier. She had also noticed an anomaly near Pandemonium, so it only seemed natural that we should investigate it together. However, she eventually decided that it would be unwise for us both to go. If two members of our organization were seen poking our heads around restricted facilities, it could raise questions, you see. But as she is part of the Convocation. Yeah, she is, because mine was the 14th seat as the Traveler. So it would just be set for two people with the Convocation? I decided to go alone, but she left me with these words. Fear not, from my absence a star shall fall before you. While I could not comprehend her meaning at the time, I believe now I understand. She does have a way of being right about these things. They're so light-hearted right now. Even so, her hints of what's to come are generally more cryptic. I suppose I should have kept my gaze to the heavens. Suffice it to say that I am grateful for your presence either way. As for the matter at hand, we must first gain permission from the Words of La Habrea for entry into Pandemonium. There ought to be a speaker within the Anagnorisis. What? I can't pronounce any of these. Okay. Agna Huda Wada Wezits. I wonder if we can find Hermes here now. His memory has been erased. Can't believe they made a Kate Sith. Hello, words of La Habrea. May we gain access? Are you La Habrea? But he has his own mask. What a fascinating etheric signature. In accordance with the Convocation's request, the two of you have been granted leave to observe Pandemonium. I shall register your ether for the records. From this point on, you may freely come and go from Pandemonium as you please. Now that was a painless process. I take this as a sign that we were meant to conduct our investigations together. Of course, while you have been permitted entry into the facility, the specimens housed inside must be handled with the utmost care. You are to heed the warder's instructions at all times. Those who conduct their work within Pandemonium are called warders, for their role with respect to the creatures within. Because they are the wards. Okay. Generally, creations that pose a threat to the safety of the star must be undone. However, the Words of La Habrea has deemed certain such creations as worthy of further study, interring them within the facility. So basically, this is like a high-security prison. If something is too dangerous for the star, they're undone, like that one beast was during the story. But if they still require further research because they're very, like, promising, they'll put them in Pandemonium. Those who spend their days in Pandemonium are not merely researchers. They must work tirelessly to ensure that none of their subjects slip their shackles. For all intent purposes, this place is a dungeon. Perhaps such a comparison arouses frightful imagery, but Pandemonium is a frightful place. I know not the purpose of your investigation, but if you discover aught that merits a report, pray do so with utmost haste. Master La Habrea shall guide us upon the proper course of action from there. La Habrea. Then I take it that means you have detected nothing amiss as of late. The wardens have reported nothing that would cause alarm. Minor fluctuations in ether have been observed, but surely Master La Habrea would have acted if there was anything worth worrying about. I see. It appears La Habrea is kept well abreast of the ongoings here. Goings-on. I hope I am not overstepping my boundaries by asking, but you seem to be quite familiar with Master La Habrea. Do you know him? Yeah, I know him. We've met. Oh, the stories I could tell you. You are no mere familiar, are you? Master La Habrea is not known for being generous with his time. That one would have stories of his company almost beggars belief. Regardless, while I doubt I need to tell you this, he is of the Convocation. Take care that your actions do not hinder his work. And with that, we are free to make our way to Pandemonium. The news that will take us there in the eastern bank of Lethe. Let us delay no further. So wait, this could be... Actually, this makes sense. So while we did travel back in time, it doesn't mean we travel back to the exact same time as before, where Kairos erased the memory of Elidibus and Hythlodius. So he's like, oh, my friend, and we're part of this group, but we're not part of the Convocation. This could be before Azam became Azam? That when Vana was still Azam. Didn't think about that. Where is he now? No, why are you so far away? Is there any quick way to get there? No. Ah. And so the long travel begins! So maybe when he said, oh, but I said, I'm Azam's familiar, and he said that that's who he was supposed to meet. I must be overthinking this. Oops. I've got to be overthinking this because... Because if this is after the events of the story, Emmett and Hythlodius don't remember me, and they're gone. And, okay, I gotta go up. So yeah, so if they don't... If this takes place after story, Emmett and Hythlodius don't remember me. Vana does, but she's going to be busy forming her group, her posse, to prepare for the final days. Azam is part of the Convocation. Me. Assi and me is part of the Convocation. Elidibus has already left the Convocation. Because he has a white robe. Or do you not have to leave the convocation to get the white robe? Can it just be that you're a mentor slash advisor and that's why you have that robe? Maybe that's what it is. Maybe you're just like a mentor advisor and that's why you have the robe. And you don't have to be part of the convocation to get it. Maybe? I'm so confused. Time travel is a beast. I'd very much like to unlock the first fight. If you'd be so kind. Oh my god, I have to hop another island. Ah! If that is Elidibus, and his memory isn't erased by Kairos, he would have known who I was. Hold on, that doesn't make sense again. Like, they explained why Emmett didn't remember me. Because Kairos was used. But Elidibus was not there when Kairos went off. So wouldn't he have remembered me? You would think so. Okay, hold on there. There's an ether current around here, and I must get it. Okay, Themis, I'm bringing friends. Themis? Themis? How do you pronounce your name? Themis? Themis? Themis. 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 I had to contain my surprise for the sake of appearances, but it is true that you too have met La Habrea in the flesh. Blah, 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 blah. I find you more fascinating by the moment. Still, I shall refrain from asking too many questions. Secrets will make our journey all the more intriguing. We shall come to know each other in time, I wager, or else why would fate have orchestrated our meeting? Well, I do kind of end your suffering in a couple millennia. Whoops. In any case, let us be off. Truth be told, this will be my first time beholding the fabled Pandemonium with my own eyes. Here's to a new adventure, eh? Off to Pandemonium. Photo button at the ready. It's probably gonna be all weird. And terrifying. That's terrifying. Who are you? Oh wait, you look different. It is much as I feared. The speaker seemed in such high spirits that for a moment I thought the ethereal regularity is not merely so grave a portent as I had imagined. Alas, 'twas a fleeting and vain hope. To gaze upon this complex network of chains and wards, the untrained eye might not see anything awry. No effort had been spared in making this place impenetrable. Oh my god, this place is terrifying! This place is a nightmare! This is what hell looks like. They built this? Did they not know? Even the finest of masterworks is not without its flaws, however. Someone or something is tampering with the protection. It is working from within, eroding them from the inside out. Fear not, there is no immediate danger. I reinforced what protections I could the moment we arrived. This will not put an end to whatever is occurring, but it shall at least serve to slow its progress. One small victory, though the road ahead of us is yet long. Yes, powerful forces are at work here. The silence in the air speaks volumes. While I did not expect a bustling facility, I do not see a single warder. Our first course of action should be to seek one out, wherever they may be. However, there is something you must know. That's a good picture. There's something you must know. I'm very photogenic. The magic I wove upon entering requires my constant awareness. That is to say, if we are forced to fight, I cannot risk joining you in battle. Should I lose focus, Pandemonium protection will rapidly crumble before the force assailing them. Were there another way, I would gladly choose it, but let us at least be grateful that neither of us is here alone, trapping in hopeless circumstances. If we should fail to find a peaceable solution, then I hope that I can rely on your strength to see us through. Yep, you can. Of course, you have my promise. The other one, this request is not a surprise. Thank you for offering your help so willingly. If weapons are drawn, I hope to be able to lend at least a touch of magical support. Creation magics do have their uses in that regard. I had it in mind to use your ether as basis for illusionary allies that will fight at your side. Perhaps 7 shall do. Not exactly an army, but by the looks of you, a formidable band nonetheless. So that's how I formed my parties. The parties in this thing are formed by creation magic. They're not fellow adventuring cohorts. Then so shall it be. Now, what I wonder awaits us in Pandemonium's pitiless halls. This place is honestly terrifying. Oh, I got it with the birds. The first circle now available. Okay, we got the first dungeon. The first trial. The first raid. Alright, first I need to eat food. Food. 30 minutes should do. And now we go into Asphodelus. Themis? Cannot say for sure what awaits us. Let us be ready for the worst, as we shall not be taken by surprise. Okay. No! Are you serious? My eye level is too low. My eye level is too low. I gotta get 5 more points in eye level. Okay, we're spending money. Wow, that's embarrassing. How do I get back here? Shoot. Elpis. Darn it. How could I screw up that badly? To my house. Oh my god. I'm 5 eye levels too low. I'm 5 eye levels too low. Let's see if there's... Oh my god. Okay, 568. Now, well, that was embarrassing. Now let's go in. Oh my gosh. Oh, dearie me, that was terribly embarrassing. Okay, the first circle. The discovery of crystal born from the far reaches of the ethereal sea and the desperate pleas contained within lead you once more to Opus, where the trajectory quite literally collides you with a young man named Themis. Like you, he was here for answers, seeking the source of an etheric disturbance, culminating in the loss of contact with the jail housing the ancient's most dangerous creations. In this place, this Pandemonium, into which you now descend. Trade. Ooh, commence! Let's go! Asphodelus. I can't pronounce it. Okay, here we go. This place is honest to God terrifying. Asphodelus, the first circle. What is the first creation we're going to fight? There's a warden running for his life. I'll save them. I must. He used transformation magics! It appears the wardens we seek. I am afraid he has no seat to answer questions. Perhaps you can bring him to his senses. So, he just used transformation magics, which they say they would never do. Aw, man, you need to do the snap, man. You guys gotta be as fancy as Emmett. Come on, summon me a white mage! Do I get a white mage? I got a dragoon, I got a paladin, I think that's samurai. Eric. Okay, here we go. No one sent a message. I sent a message. Wow, that star thing got much bigger. Jail's fall. Jailer's flail. Everyone's running over here. Oh, I see. It's where he's swinging his chain. That's easy. Oh no, wrong one! I have no ley line to warp back to. Jailer's flail. So we go this way. Okay, that's easy to see. He probably switches it. Heavy hand. Okay. Doesn't seem too bad so far. Oh, I'm gonna lose it! I lost it, that's fine. You feel an overwhelming sense of cold. Oh. Oh, I get it. So you have to reverse it. Okay. Thank you for the rescue. See, that was really nice. That was a good rescue. I know I complained about a rescue before, someone rescuing me incorrectly when I was, which fight was that I was complaining? I think that was all the way back in, Zodiac. I complained about someone rescuing me. Well, now I'm not complaining. Oh, what is this? I cannot allow you to run free. Everyone's standing here. Oh, no, stand here. Okay, so stand in the opposite of what he's doing. Okay. Seems simple enough. Oh no! Did I make it? Oh my god. Stop flailing about! It's annoying! Oh, someone directs that. Okay. Okay, this isn't too bad. This isn't too bad. It's a lot of moving around, but the tells aren't so hard. The aesthetics are beautiful. I do have to say, the aesthetics in here are beautiful. Okay. Slam shut. Woo! We're good. Should have cost me my life. I will triumph. Okay, so I want fire. Fire? Oh, I did the wrong thing. So I want fire and then ice. Nope, wrong one. And then fire again. Okay, you see, I got it. Oh shoot, wrong button. Oh, wrong button! What am I doing? I'm clicking all the wrong buttons! Hey, I'm actually doing pretty good DPS-wise, surprisingly. For a first-time run. And me messing up, like, everywhere. Ugh. I hope I did that right. Don't yell at me if I didn't do it right. Okay, so where are you? Okay, so we gotta go over here. Oops! I thought I was far enough away! Okay, this isn't too bad. This isn't too bad. We're actually doing quite well. You feel an overwhelming sense of heat. Ice. And then I stay for fire, and then I go next door for the other one. Okay. What? Oh, I read that wrong. Okay. Okay. Oh, wait, they raised me. Well, there goes being number 3. Okay, heal me! Heal me! I know that you should start with the other rotation first. But whatever. Yay! Thank you for party, people! So why did you try so hard to stop us? Hey, look at that! I finally smiled at the end of the fight. Normally I've been like so deep and concerned. Not bad. I'm gonna roll for everything because I don't have anything. Come to you for that amazing rescue. Thank you. Okay, I got the gauntlets. Start building up my new armor. I'm assuming this armor I'm going to put on my healer, and I'm going to use tomes for my black mage one. My black mage gets the best. That was a thrilling display, and if I may say, maybe so vaunting, the warriors I spun from your ether fought even more splendidly than I had anticipated. I suppose they were cut from excellent cloth, after all. We should wait until this man regains his senses. He wears the robes of a warder. They're black robes. Like, how can you tell they're... Oh, I mean, he's got a chain. Okay. He wears the robes of a warder, and I would be very curious to know what drove him to attack us sight unseen. Okay, we'll wait for him to wake up. Wakey, wakey, wakey! Wakey, wakey, wakey. Wakey, wakey, wakey. Wakey, wakey. I'm just standing guard. Taheka, he stirs. Okay, man, tell us, why did you attack us? What is in Pandemonium that you are trying so hard to protect? Well, I guess it is a different robe. What came over me? It's coming back to me. My mind was filled with a storm of desperation, anger. I leapt at you, though I knew not of your intention. Pray accept my apologies and my thanks. Had you not knocked some sense back into me, I may have fallen upon someone less capable of defending themselves. Controlled by anger. I am Ericthonios, a warder of Asphodelos, Pandemonium's highest lair, and the place we're in now. One must wonder why you were so desperate to keep us out. What is happening in Pandemonium? The creations interred within Astellidus have been set free and stalk the halls to no end but violence. Someone let the monsters out. That is not good, to say the least. Has this ever happened before? Nope. No, never. Each level of Pandemonium is under the charge of a key ward, who keeps strict control over the most minute aspects of their domain. They're selected with great care, and their loyalty to Master La Habre is absolute. Yet, something has gone terribly wrong. Try as we might to hold the line, the chaos within is overwhelming. I hardly realized I had become separated from my colleagues. I remember a chorus of whispers assailing my senses, and afterwards only flashes of rage and fury, then blackness, from which I awoke to find that whatever had overcome me had gone. I wonder if that's Medion. I see. Your senses may have been muddled by magics that affect the mind, perhaps the selfsame ones that saw you separated from the other wardens. Whatever had taken hold of me, thank you for releasing me from its clutches. That you've come here from the surface means some word of our plight has reached the outside world. If you know anything that may help, pray tell. Well, there's some etheric disturbances from the outside. Master La Habrea is trying to hide it, saying everything's cool. Do you think it was La Habrea? Horror among horrors. So Pandemonium's protections are indeed being dismantled from within. By the same individual or individuals that released its captives and set them upon you, no doubt. Such knowledge avails us little, however, if we cannot ascertain their identity. Do you possibly know who it might be? Themis, was it? You said you worked for an organization under the auspices of the Convocation. Were they to receive word of what had transpired here, what measures would they take? They'd probably try to kill all the creations. Doubtless they would consider this place to be a lost cause. Pandemonium ties to the outside world must be severed, or perhaps it would be wiped from existence entirely. As I thought, were the creatures to escape into the outside world, there would be untold carnage. The words of La Habrea would never risk that, despite what value the research subjects may hold. All the more reason to work with haste. If we can't expect further help, then it falls upon me to save the others. I'll not leave them behind. You would go alone. I won't leave the other wardens to face certain doom. I know they fight for survival even now. They wouldn't abandon their duty. They would see the creatures return to their cells at all costs. And so I must do the same. Themis, I know the request I'm about to make of you is a monumental one, but please, say not a word of this to the Convocation until after I've given the chance to set things right. Forgive my rudeness, Eric, but my decision cannot be swayed by emotion. You would only be consigning yourself to an early death. Strength of resolve alone cannot win in the face of overwhelming odds. Yes, they can. I've done it. That being said, our investigation has only just begun, and we would be remiss to turn back ere we've made an exhaustive survey. So for the time being, there's slightly more than resolve to rely on. You can count on me. Yeah! I'm gonna break my other hand with that gigantic ring. I love that ring. I knew you'd be all too eager to join us. Each moment since you fell from the sky has been more interesting than the last. More and more you remind me of my dear friend, which goes some way towards encouraging me that this matter will yet reach a satisfactory conclusion. But if you're Elidibus, you don't remember this. Unless I'm ripping a hole in space-time right now. So, you agreed to help. For the moment, our goals align. The protective magics of Pandemonium yet hold. So for the moment, time is in our favor. Let us proceed upon the course you and Teheka have set us upon. You can count on me! Trust me, I'm a very good familiar. Themis and Teheka, yes? Thank you. The Wardens owe you a great debt already. Let's go kill some monsters! Some research creations. We shall be glad to have someone familiar with Pandemonium's halls by our side. A party of 3 is ever so much more entertaining than a pair of 2. Now, let us turn our attention to rescuing your colleagues. Perhaps it would be wise to approach the gates in case any have followed you out. So their robe denotes their status/job. With exception to the Convocation, who it's their mask. More crits! So the Convocation people wear black robes and their mask is different. But everything else, it bases on their robe. So if they're like a mentor, it's a white robe, it has this chain. It's, Themis. Seems our investigation will be quite the ordeal after all. Still, I find it hard to believe that La Habrea knows not of what has transpired here. Whoever the mastermind of the crisis is, they do not lack the power and cunning. Is it La Habrea? Let's go into Pandemonium. The door locked. Not a sound can be heard from within, which means neither creature nor warden has made it this far. We should begin forming a plan to save them at once. Forgive me if I misunderstand, but do you mean to rescue the wardens and creations both? Well, yeah, he just said they'll do anything to put the creations back in their cells. Naturally, although they may be dangerous, they're valuable research subjects. I wouldn't see our labor, our untold hours of study, go to waste. I dare say La Habrea would smile to hear you say such a thing. That is, if we had cause to report this incident to him. Smile. I'm not sure his face is capable of such warmth. I saw him smile. Ah, so you have met him before. I was under the impression he rarely visited Pandemonium. I have, yes. My mentor was the previous head of this facility, that is to say, La Habrea's predecessor in the position of Chief Keyword. Her name, was Athena. She was a researcher with the words. 'Twas she who appointed me in the position, in fact. I see. I did not know what the Chief Keyword... It was the Chief Keyword before La Habrea. The motivation to save your research subjects is not entirely driven by duty to the words. Then you wish to preserve the work of your mentor. You've the right of it. I'm lacking ideas of how to go about that, however. I'm a mere warden and cannot wield intermittent magics. So the ward right now is Athena, who took over after La Habrea became La Habrea. Ah, but of course I can hardly expect you to be versed in the magics we use here. If you recall, during our battle earlier, I bound you in ethereal shackles. Interment is a mere refined and powerful magic based upon the same principle. While both are used to keep our subjects docile, only the keyword of each tier is permitted to use interment. Even if I were allowed, I lack the aptitude to use the spell to any notable effect. Fascinating. I know some knowledge of these forms of spellcraft, actually. La Habrea himself established their foundation, if I recall. While shackles are meant to bind an object in place for a short time, interment freezes the very space around it for as long as the caster wields. Indeed, while the illusory beings you summoned in our fight suggested as much, I see your knowledge of magic is vast. Perhaps you've already mastered the art of interment, and I've been lecturing you like a child all this time. I'm afraid my knowledge ends there. I have not the precise understanding of how the implications enact blah 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 blah. I consider myself well versed in magics, ill-advised, duty of the keyword without instruction. That being said, if I were to learn more of its inner workings, perhaps. Leave the fighting to me. You two can figure out the rest. I dare say we. Can't you just say? Eric, you imply that what prevented you from performing interment was lack of magical capacity. What if I supplemented your power with my own? Would the spell succeed then? I cannot say for certain. I've never heard of such a thing being done. I believe it may be our best recourse. That is, of course, assuming that you can perform the initial rites and incantations flawlessly. Even the smallest misstep, we would have to start over. No, don't tell me there's like some minigame, something where I have to like keep him concentrated, because that'd be really annoying. You needn't worry about that. I've seen the spells cast so many times that their motions have burned into my memory. I won't disappoint. Next fight! Very well, let us work out the specifics afterwards. Once we do, we can test our methods on the escaped creatures, so I suppose there is a matter of finding one. It would be foolish to rush in blindly, lest we find ourselves surrounded with not but an untested stratagem at our disposal. Nay, I would prefer to engage a single creature that Takehika could dispatch on her own if the spell goes awry. I agree, and I may have an idea of that regard. I recall seeing the hippocampus wandering the waterways during my flight. Perhaps it is still there. Few of the subjects had within Espidolus are fond of water. I believe we'll engage the beast without fear of unwanted guests. Okay, so we're fighting a hippopotamus. And before we go, perhaps our subject is a better term. Oh, yeah, sorry, I can't read. Before we commence with the interim magic, the creature should be weakened to a sufficient degree. I believe I can trust you with that task. Yup. Ah, boom boomy. As dependable as ever. Once you have given it a thorough trouncing, we shall bind the hippocampus with the magical keyword, that thing. Yeah. Until then, my illusions shall fight by your side. The hippocampus will be alone, but it's a daunting opponent nonetheless. Its magic warps the environment around it, and it will be at home amidst the waterways. Steel yourself for a fight. So now we're going to the second circle. picture. Oh. Yay! I thought I had to do more. Okay, fight number 2. We're fighting a hippopotamus. Okay, let's go fight a hippopotamus. The warder, Eric, has brought with him the chilling news that all creations within Asphodolis, the highest level of Pandemonium, now run free of their fetters. In order to prevent total chaos from bursting forth into the world above, Themis and Eric plan to utilize intermittent magics to safely capture the errant creatures. If their theory translates well into practice, that is. With only one way to find out, you head towards the waterway to confront a monster of legend. A water-wielding hippopotamus. I love hippopotamus, though. Would you regale me with the story? Or not, okay. Let me get my howdy again. Okay, here we go. Fight 2! A hippocampus. A second circle. I'm fighting a hippopotamus. Please tell me it's a giant hippopotamus. That's not a hippopotamus. Hi, friends. Its head is like disconnected from its body. Yeah, this group is much more chatty. I got a lot of hellos. Okay. Everyone's standing up here, so I'm going to stand up here too. I don't know how they told that thing. How can you see the tells? I did not see that tell at all. Oh, how can you tell? I don't know how you can tell. I don't know how you can tell that thing. Sewer deluge. Okay, so next time I have to learn to just put my ley lines up here. It's gotta be like the direction of the head, maybe? Okay. Oh, what am I doing? Ah! I ran to the corner! What are you doing? Okay, so I'm just gonna beeline it across the way next time. If the head comes off, have care. The head comes off? Okay, well at least I can watch mechanics while I'm dead. So the head is a line AoE. Oh, the pain! Sewer deluge. Okay, and then he's gonna flood it. I hit my ley line, so I'm not moving. Oh, it's not gonna get in time. Oh yeah, I made it that time. We're gonna swift that. Oh no! Ah! Oh no! I couldn't see where to run! Oh no! This hippopotamus is very difficult. Just so something. Okay, so he disconnects his head, and that becomes a line anyway, so that side, bad. Sewer eruption is the AoEs that destroyed me. Oh, we're dead. There's no way. Yeah, no, reset. That's okay. But I'm learning. So the sewer thing, you run. It's basically like the following AoE boom boom, but bigger. So... okay, 10 seconds. Oh, wait! Yay, we got someone! Let's try that again. Oh yeah, put my ley lines over here. Spoken Cataract. You see, this is the one I don't know. How can you tell where he's gonna fire it? I don't understand that part. Oh! I see it. I see it. I see it. I saw it. I get it. His head has a pointer on it. Murky Depths is when he floods it. No, that's the AoE. Sewer Deluge. This is when we have to run, right? No, that's when he floods it. So now it's flooded. Or it's going to be. Okay. Oh, you can also stay on the grates! Oh! Spoken Cataract, so... here. Oh no! I'm alive! I'm dead! No! I was doing so good! Oh no! Hippopotamus, you're more difficult than the last guy. The last guy was pretty easy with his tails. I can't tell. So his head's pointing that way. Okay, so it's always straight with his body and then wherever his head's pointing. And, okay, no one be with me. Leave me to die. Oh, Slam is dead. Slam is dead. Yep. Oh, dear. Reset again. Okay, let's do a ready check. I think I got it now. This music's really good. I like this music better than the first fight. Karo's doing very good at explaining things. Very good explanation, Karo. Very good. I concur with your analysis. Okay, so if I recall correctly, this should be safe. Yeah! I messed that up. Let's start the rotation again. I screwed up that rotation. That's fine. Thank you, Karo. Karo's good. I like Karo. Oh, I'm not gonna make it. I'm not gonna make it! Ah! I didn't make it. Where is its head? Where is its head? There it is. Okay, let's try that again, huh? I have no shield! This is gonna hurt on weekend! Help me! I'm not moving. I have my ley lines done. Everyone leave me! Oh, I'm gonna die, everybody. Get it in! How am I alive? Oh, it's gone! Oh no! Run, everyone, run faster! Everyone stack with Slammer! Woo! Oh, come on, we're so close to LB3. Please don't die. So close, I'm gonna type it. So close to LB3. Stay alive! Oh, come on, stay alive just a little bit more. Run, 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 Laguna, run! Cure them. LB3, 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 please, please, it's ready. Yes! Yeah! Yes! I learned from my mistakes! No, come back! Miona was running to you! Ah! Please don't die. I should have just teleported. I don't know why I have this idea that I have to run. I can teleport to people. I'm a black mage. I can ether skate everywhere. Why do I keep thinking I have to run to someone when I can just bloop bloop go all over the place? Oh, I'm so dumb. I could have just ether skated to Mion and shared the stack. That was me. That was dumb. That was bad. Yeah. I'm just gonna take a nap on the floor. I'm gonna have to thank them for the carry. Okay, now they have to run. They're waiting for swift cast, which I totally get. Wow. These guys are good. This whole video is basically gonna be, oh, they brought me back. Why did they choose me? Oh, I'm not gonna survive this! They chose me. I'm on the wrong side. Whoop! Oh no, I warped to my ley lines through a kill wall. Like how? Thank you for the carry. I'm gonna say it. Thank you for the carry. How did I must have been pushed into the wall first, because I warped to my ley lines, but it pushed me into the wall somehow, so I guess, like, I warped too soon and it pushed me into the wall. I don't know, because I died on my ley lines. I'm gonna have to watch that over. Did I hit the wall first? I just didn't realize I died, or did I hit the wall, like, mid-transfer over, you know? Come on, we can do this. 5%, 5%, 5%, 5%. I'm gonna go over here. So if there's another stack, Caro can stack with me. And if not, I'm far enough away. Oh no! Why am I so bad at this? I'm not even targeting him! Ah! Oh my god. Wow. So we are retrapping them. Oh. We just did it. Healers for the carry. Oh my god, those healers. Everyone's gotta calm them. I gotta calm them. The meth, you stayed with us the whole time. You get my calm. I'm rolling for everything. Oh. Well, that was quick. Did I already get my item? That was quick. Oh my god, these people carried us something fierce. Whew! What a carry. I knew that you were no mere mercenary, but to make such clean work of the hippocampus. Seasoned fighters scarcely have occasion to visit Pandemonium, let alone display their skills. Mastery takes all forms indeed. Needless to say, our plan worked to perfection, in no small part thanks to you two. Themis' power was more than enough to complete the interment. Spellcasting was never my strong suit, but that almost made me feel like a proper magos. Truly. Having seen your abilities firsthand in your fight with Zaheka, I beg to disagree. Shackles is one exception, and 'tis only because I've been forced to practice it since I was but a small child. Other magics leave me feeling completely out of my depth. Regardless, it seems luck is on my side to guide me to you. We may prove the impossible possible after all. Crit? Crits! Okay. Boys, get ready for the closing. So that fight was a lot of fun. That fight was, the first fight I thought was a bit more easier. I could just, I don't know, I feel like the tells were easier. It was easier for Black Mage. The second fight, not so much. I kept dying. I couldn't figure out how he was pointing his body and stuff for the line thing. But once I figured that out, I kind of, it's a really big line. It's like really big. But that was good. That was fun. We're going to stop here for now, though, because we are running a little over, but that is a-okay. We're going to go ahead and try to finish the rest of this raid. So that's it for now. Until next time, thanks for watching. Bye-bye.